It started about, I don't know, 6 or 7 student teachers ago, where I found myself obviously repeating a lot of the same advice and stories and sage wisdom, shall we say. And so it got to a point where it's like, boy, I should really be writing this down so that I don't forget to share some of the information with other student teachers that would be coming down the line with me. So I started writing all these down, just started with a laundry list of, oh, this topic and this topic and that topic. I started flushing it out of, okay, well, specifically within this topic, I want to talk about this, that, and the other thing. So after having that written down and then seeing the NYSSMA conference, average age of the attendee being around college or first couple, second, 3-year age teacher, it occurred to me, wow, I've got all this material, all this content, all this valuable, in my opinion, valuable information to share. So instead of sharing it with one student teacher at a time, perhaps I could write a proposal, send it to NYSSMA, have it be accepted, and I could reach a larger audience that would help them either get the job or keep the job or be great in the job. What is lacking, in my opinion, and it's not for a lack of effort or desire, it's just the sheer amount of time of what can be done during your collegiate years or not, but what is lacking is the business side of teaching, which is contracts and relationships with your department, outside of your department, with your administration, things of that nature. Financial concerns of collecting money and handling money for fundraising or trips or purchasing, in fact, just knowing how to use the system of requisitioning and purchase orders and how that all works. Because one thing I do remember from college was a professor who once said, unfortunately, you don't get fired for being a bad teacher, you get fired for mishandling the business side of things, such as money or things of that nature. So really my overarching umbrella is about those business side topics, not necessarily the teaching side, because hopefully once they've reached this part of their career, whether that be senior in college or first, second year, hopefully they're already great musicians and great teachers, but I just want to teach them the ins and outs of what it's like to actually work within a school system. As an official, 9 to 5, regular school day music teacher, I've only been here at LeRoy. This has been my entire career so far, and I've been incredibly happy about that. It was always my dream and hope to latch onto one amazing district where I could make it my own, build the program into the shape and what I want it to be, which I've been able to do here, and I've been afforded that opportunity with the wonderful colleagues I have and the amazing and supportive administration. So I'm incredibly fortunate that I've only been here for that capacity. Yeah, I guess my advice to future student teachers, one, make sure that during your college and formative years there you are working to become the best musician you can, understand your secondary instruments and your conducting and baton technique and methods. All of that's super, super important, because then you can learn the business side and whatnot.
Yeah, very nice. Can we play doubles this time? Ta 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 ta.
A lot of what student teaching is, you get to your placement and then there's this buffer period. It's natural, like you meet a new person and you're not automatically comfortable with them yet. There's always that period where you start to learn how both of your brains work, both of how you communicate.
We could take a look at the tuba part and see if there's anything that we want to pop up the octave. That's a quick thing.
Even once you get a job, there's so much to learn, right? So I'm learning right now, I'm learning how to, like he mentioned, to be an employee of a school district rather than just a music teacher. I'm learning all the business stuff, I'm learning all, and he's still critiquing my teaching ability, which is also a huge part of student teaching. So I've learned so much from the teaching and pedagogy and all that to the other side of the spectrum, which is like the business, because when it comes down to it, a school district is a business that needs to function.
You're very on.
Thank you. It has my name on it.
Can we hear A flats? Very nice.
It's a lot of stuff you don't necessarily learn in school at college, right? It's not anything against teaching in general at the collegiate level. It's just like logistically, it's hard to do that kind of thing. So being able to have somebody who's been through everything I'm going to go through and I strive to be is more than ideal, because I have a first-hand person to tell me their experiences and give me a lot of wisdom and advice on those things. So going into my future after college, I'm feeling fairly comfortable with it, more comfortable than I would have been if I hadn't spent my few weeks here at LeRoy. I'm very fortunate to have ended up here in such a great gelled district in the music program.